I was browsing my puzzles to try to determine which puzzle I should work on next, and I started realizing that my shelf was dominated by one particular artist. Now, I knew I liked their images and I purchased a lot of their puzzles, but I just didn't realize how many I have collected over the years. So now in this video, I will be sharing with you all those puzzles that I have for this one particular artist. Hi, I'm Sandra the Puzzling Canadian and welcome to my channel. Well, over the last few weeks, I have been doing a lot more casual puzzling rather than speed puzzling. And because of that, I have been taking the time to browse my to-do pile and take a look at the images and just select ones that I feel like working on. And by going through that process, I started to realize there are a lot of puzzles on my shelf from one particular artist. And this particular artist is Dominic Davison. Now, he is an artist that is one of my favorites. I have puzzled so many of his puzzles in the past. If you go to my Instagram account, you can see a variety of images. And I've been doing that since I've started puzzling. I just drawn to his images. So this puzzle right here happens to be a Dominic Davison puzzle. This is a Ravensburger puzzle from the Down the Lane collection. And his images have a lot of florals and trees, beautiful landscape, a gorgeous sky with various colors. And a lot of times you'll see his travel images of Venice, Paris, France, all around the world, and they're very calming, very relaxing. And so I am just naturally drawn to them. And every time there's a new one, I just pick it up. And his images can be found in a variety of different brands. So how many Dominic Davison puzzles do I have in my collection? Well, today I'm going to share with you all those puzzles, let you know what the grand total is at the end of the video, and then share with you some of them that I hope to add to my collection. So I think I'll start off with my White Mountain puzzles, and I worked on one of these puzzles just this week. And the one that I worked on was this one here called Lighthouse Sunset. And the reason I selected this one is because of that beautiful sunset right there. I really like the sky and the water, the reflection on the water, so very pretty. So I decided to work on that. And of course, I started with the sky, pulled out all those beautiful colors, but then I stopped, went to the water. This here, the lighthouse came together nicely. You'll also see in a lot of his images a blue house, just like this one right here. And then the rock section down here was the most challenging part. But even though that section was a little tricky to do, I really did enjoy working on this puzzle. So that one I worked on, and all these other ones are yet to be assembled. So I have some more White Mountain. I have this one here called Mediterranean Harbor, and it's a beautiful image. I believe it's also in Ravensburger, this same image. But I really do love the water here, the pretty water for that one. I have also one more in White Mountain, and it's a holiday one called Christmas Door. So I have that one. I'll keep that one for the holiday season. So that's all I have for White Mountain. I have done many of his images in White Mountain puzzles. I have this one here, which is a Vermont Christmas Company, and it is called Summer Terrace, a beautiful terrace overlooking the water. So that's what I have in that image there. And I also have this Casterland puzzle. It's called Doorway Room View. And it has a beautiful piano, a nice view from the window. And I purchased this one quite some time ago, and it's from Casterland, 1,000 pieces. So this other one I got from Falcon. Oh, it is just really nice. And I've been holding on to it, and I haven't worked on it yet. But it is called The Drawing Room, and it's an indoor scene, so something a little bit different. But I really do like this room, how he's depicted everything. So I've had this for quite some time, and I don't know why I haven't worked on it, because I always look at it and say, oh, it's so pretty. I'm not sure if this image is also in a larger piece count. I think it might be, or something similar. But this one's an indoor scene. So now let's move on to some Ravensburger puzzles that I have. So this one here, the first one is an Amsterdam scene called Sunset over Amsterdam. So he does a lot of these images from around the world. This one, very lovely. I love the scene here. And another one that is from another location around the world is called Canal Cruise in Venice. And this one was used at Worlds 2024. So I picked that up when I was at Worlds. Again, a very calming, relaxing scene. Beautiful green water right there. And this one I ended up getting, it's part of the Down the Lane series, and it's called Castle Lane. So it's similar to the other one there that I had on my wall. I picked this one up, I believe it was in Puzzles Galore sometime last year when I placed an order. I do like that series. The series is available in the UK, so I usually have to pick it up when I'm ordering from the UK or from Europe. So that one is the other one that I have from Ravensburger. So now I have a couple of them in a smaller and larger piece count. So first the smaller one. So this smaller one here, 260 pieces. It is an Anatolian puzzle and it is called Evening Summer. Now I have some larger piece count ones. So also with Anatolian, I recently picked up this beautiful one here. And it is called, let's see, Havana Sunset. So a lot of colors. I think I'll start to work on this fairly soon because I really do love the colors in there. And then you've got that vintage car. So that's 1,500 pieces. And then I have another Venice one, which I bought several years ago. I can't remember how long. And this one is an art puzzle, and it is called Rialto Bridge Venice. So similar to the other one, but this one's in 1,500 pieces. So I really do love this brand, art puzzle brand. It's a brand from Turkey. I believe I picked this one up at Games and Hobby when they were opened several years ago in Toronto. The store is now closed, so I think I'll need to work on this one here. So that is my entire collection that's in my to-do pile of Dominic Davison puzzles. So how many Dominic Davison puzzles do I have in my collection? Well, it's a grand total of 12. But I've now completed the Lighthouse Sunset, so I now have 11 puzzles that need to be assembled from this one artist. And there's a few other ones that I have recently seen that I would like to add to my collection. One that's already out that I will need to maybe down the road pick up is a Clementoni one called Balcony View of Lake Como. I really like that one. And there's one called from Ravensburger called Mediterranean Terrace View. So pretty. I know this image I think is out in a different brand, but I prefer the Ravensburger brand. So I'm just going to wait for it to be released. I'm not sure if it'll be here in Canada. I do see it up as a pre-order on Puzzles Galore in the UK. So I'm just going to wait and see, and hopefully that will eventually be added to my collection. So let me know if you have tried a Dominic Davison puzzle before, and if you haven't, maybe you will give it a try after seeing some of the images that I have here. Or perhaps there is an artist in your collection that seems to dominate your puzzle shelf. If that's the case, let me know who that artist is, because maybe I might want to give that a try also. Now, if you want to get a closer look at the artwork of Dominic Davison, he does have an Instagram account. I can attach the link down below, but you can also go to mglart.com, and there they list a bunch of artists, and you can click on the artist's name and see their work. I have been browsing that website, and Dominic Davison has a lot of beautiful images. I really do hope some of these puzzle companies pick up some of these images and turn them into a puzzle, because I'd love to work on them. Thank you for taking the time to stop by my channel and viewing this video. I appreciate you coming along while I share the puzzles that I have in my collection. And maybe you've seen something that you like and you will add one of his puzzles to your puzzling to-do pile. But right now I need to decide on which one I'm going to work on next. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. So if you have any suggestions on which one I should work on, leave that in the comment section down below. But I'm going to get back to it and have some fun doing some casual puzzling. So until next time, happy puzzling.